What's up, Internet? My name's Ian Bloom. Welcome to Nerd Finance. I'm your resident financial life planner and huge nerd. In today's episode, we are going to be covering 529 plans, which are the next step of education planning discussion. 529 plans are an interesting topic because they're pretty ubiquitous between the education planning spaces. You see, these plans are utilized a lot, and they're one of the only plans designed specifically to help with higher education expenses. So how do they work, where are they found, etc.? Well, 529 plans are found within states. See, states administer them. Now, just because one state's administering a 529 plan doesn't mean you can't utilize a different state's 529 plan, but it may cost you a tax benefit. There are some state-specific tax benefits still available, though they are rare. And the 529 plans are kind of like the Avengers. They're all a little bit different even though they behave by the same set of rules. So your 529 plan might be administered by one investment company, and another 529 plan available in a different state is administered by another, which ultimately just means the access to investments are going to be different. You see, 529 plans have a limited pool of mutual funds available within them, so whatever company is administering the 529 likely has their own mutual funds inside of it. So what makes a 529 plan actually good? Why do we utilize them? Well, there are some tax benefits to 529 plans. Money you contribute to 529 plans grows tax deferred, which means that you don't incur any taxes while the money is growing, regardless of transactions that happen within the plan. And if you withdraw the money for qualified higher education expenses, the money is tax-free upon withdrawal, which means that you essentially have one of the better tax-free options available to you through 529 plans, as long as you're using it for the qualified higher education expenses. Now that's the kicker, because if you withdraw the money for any other reason or can't prove that it was for a qualified higher education expense, you incur a 10% penalty in addition to regular tax. So these 529 plans cannot be used as like a retirement planning account very efficiently. It's not the end of the world if you have to withdraw a little bit of remaining sum for that, but it's almost always better to reassign it to somebody else who can then use the money for higher education expenses, because they not only save on those taxes, but they save on that 10% penalty as well. And this is why we traditionally use 529 plans as planners, but don't tend to overfund them, because there is a danger of having extra money within that account if the child that it's intended for gets a scholarship or doesn't decide to go to school or those sorts of things. So when I'm doing education planning for a family, I will use 529 plans, but usually fund within 529 plans only a portion of their education expenses, even if it is a large portion of it. So they are not the end-all be-all for saving for everything. They are really just a really good tool for education planning. I hope that description was very helpful to you. 529 plans have an interesting set of rules around them, and like I said, because each state has access to their own 529 if they want to administer it, there can be a lot of different investment decisions and caveats within them. But they are all generally useful education planning tools and something to be evaluated. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you're looking for more, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and look at all the other videos on the channel. I hope you have a wonderful day.